we'll be looking at giving up density. Giving up density is the density of resources in a patch at which foraging stops. Animal foraging varies as an individual must weigh up the cost of predation with the resource potential for food. A behaviour research group from Aberystwyth are investigating giving up densities in 3 different habitats with varying predation risks. These are woodland, long grass and open space. Over to Robin in the field for more.
Behind me you can see the open space habitat, and here with me I have Dr. Nathan Dzinski. Nathan, can you please tell me why you're using this habitat?
It provides a contrast to other habitats, and the mammals in an open field like this have little shelter from predation.
We know that giving up density varies between habitats, but can you explain what you expect to see from this investigation?
We know that mammals living in an environment have a higher risk of predation, like in this field. They tend to have a higher given up density than those in a protected woodland. Knowing this, we hypothesise that the more open area, the greater the higher given up density.
Riveting stuff. Thank you, Nathan. Here is a short explanation of their methods.
100 grams of peanuts and 500 grams of sand are placed and mixed in each of our 12 trays. At each site, 4 trays are used and each one is placed along the transect every 10 metres. The following morning, the trays were collected and the weight of the remaining peanuts were recorded. A second set of trays were then placed back at each site during the day. Hair traps using a hollow cylinder and tape were laid near the trays. Porcelain tiles collected urine from the small mammals and were looked at using a UV light to count the urine drops.
That's some hardcore science there. Wait, breaking news. The results are in. Over to you, Nathan.
Day versus night was significant in the fact that during the day, mammals ate more peanuts than during the night. However, there was no significant difference across the 3 different habitat conditions. Therefore, we must accept our null hypothesis that there is no difference between a mammal's location and their giving up density.
Interesting results. So, Dr. Dzinski, is it a problem that your results weren't significant?
No. Whilst the data is not significant, this may be due to a lack of repeats. Other research by Jacob Patel has shown that there is a difference between the vulnerability from predation and the given up density.
What factors may have affected your results?
There are several factors, such as mammals may have avoided the food because studies have shown that they can be slow to approach novel objects. Also, the predator abundance in each habitat may have varied. For example, in the long grass, snakes pose a threat, whereas in open fields, the red fox, stoats, weasel and barn owls pose the main predatory threat.
Where can your research go from here?
Further research could be based on giving up densities across urban and rural environments due to varying degrees of predation.
Thank you. So, to summarise, individuals giving up density is dependent on the food availability and the risk of predation. Dr. Dzinski and his team of animal behaviourists accept the null hypothesis that there is no significant difference between the coverage of a habitat and the giving up density. Also, there is a possibility for further research looking at the giving up density across urban and rural environments due to varying degrees of predation. Thank you for watching and good night.